Here's one. Want to give it a try?
Not in a million years!
You can use your shoulders if you want. Or your feet. Or even your head.
That doesn't change anything!
Hey, there's another one over there. Want to give it a try?
Huh? What's this wooden plank doing here?
Oh, it's a piece of training equipment. I use it all the time.
Training equipment?
Yeah, it's kind of hard to explain. Let me show you instead. Here goes nothing. And she sticks the landing!
Whoa! You jumped over that huge gap just like that? Incredible!
Oh, no. Anyone can do it with a bit of practice. You made it across without any training at all. That's a lot more incredible than anything I can do.
Oh, well, Paimon can fly, but you've got a point. About what you told us earlier, you're saying a gigantic rock could crush us at any moment?
Well, not at any moment. It's a pretty rare phenomenon. Many adventurers come here and never even get to see it, so I wouldn't worry too much.
Yeah, okay. It's not like we're that unlucky.
Don't be scared. Just charge straight at it.
What? Thanks for that. I don't get...
Really, Charles? It's too much of a hassle to deal with them. Let's just ram straight through. I think we can call that a success.
Wow. You gave them the same treatment as that giant rock.
Home sweet home. We made it! Welcome to the Collective of Plenty.
Whoa! This place is so cool! That platform shaped like the head of a bull is awesome!
That's the Resonating Arena. It's where we hold all our competitions. Don't mention it. It was no trouble at all. I wish I could show you around, but I need to get home.
Did you remember something important? You really hit the ground running when we ran into those hilly trails back there.
Oh, no, not at all. We made it in time. There's just something important I have to do. The most important thing after training. The post-workout meal. Otherwise, I'll be a lethargic, dizzy, hunger-addled mess. The perils of an empty stomach. It's terrible. Anyway, I'm sorry, but I gotta get some food in me. Like, yesterday. You should grab something too. We can meet back up at the arena. See you soon!
And she's off. Wow, talk about whiplash. 1 second she's chill and laid back, and then the next she's charging headfirst into danger. Literally. The spirit of youth. Sure, whatever you say, old-timer. Paimon thinks we're still young. Anyway, why don't we take a look around in the meantime? We can head to the arena in a little bit. The view must be amazing from up there.
You for real. It was a 3-minute character quest. A 3-minute character quest for 60 primos. Are you kidding me? Oh my God. I'm gonna have to edit the title and just say I'm doing the Archon quests now. Alright, I guess we're doing the Archon quest. Aye. Yay, muted characters. Let's go.
It's time to move on. We shouldn't stay here.
There's a player nearby! That way! Let's go see!
That Shasta would be better than just standing
Wow! The city is all decked out! Oh, it's beautiful! Festival season means no commissions, which means no Mora. But Catherine's always looking out for us, so we should still drop by and say hello.
Greetings, traveler. Paimon.
Hey, Catherine! Still doing the whole no commissions during Windbloom thing?
In general, yes. The people of Mondstadt don't delegate their work to others this time of year. But...
But...
feel free to take a look around. I think you'll pick up on something unusual.
Take a look around, huh?
It's finally Windbloom. And here I am ruining everything.
You're a bit tired. No big deal. Give it some time. How about doing something fun tonight? We could take a stroll or go stargazing.
Stargazing? Like we'll find a spot. You know people start reserving places on Star Snatch Cliff the moment the sun goes down. Sorry, I'm just not in the mood. I should go.
Whoa! Something's off with Beatrice. She would never give up a chance to talk to Quinn. This is weird.
Oh, you're leaving? I can walk you home.
No, it's okay. Thank you. I just need some time to myself. Besides, there's still something I need to do. The truth is, Quinn, not long ago,
What is it? Is there something wrong?
Never mind. It's nothing. Actually, Quinn, I think we should stop seeing each other for now.
Huh? Wait, are you saying we can't be friends anymore?
Did you see that? Beatrice ran off without looking back. Oh, we go adventuring in other nations for a bit, and one of Mondstadt's best friendship stories is already over? So, is this what you meant by unusual, Catherine?
This is just one example. Beatrice has been feeling down for days. But that's not all.
Oh, it's the honorary knight in Paimon. I know a knight should be stronger than this, but I haven't been feeling right lately. I just can't focus. I started sleepwalking out of nowhere. Sometimes I'd even wake up in the middle of the night standing in a random location outside.
You should see a doctor.
I did, but all the tests came back normal. The doctor said I'm fine. Yeah, I even consulted Miss Barbara at the church, but her conclusion was the same. In any case, she was kind enough to pray to Lord Barbados for me to get better. Is it because I saw something I wasn't meant to see?
Before anyone asks, I need to change the title to something else because the Farissa story quest was only 3 minutes long. And apparently, at the time, she was connected to the event. So, since I didn't do the event, I can't see what Farissa's story is. So, apologies. I'm doing the Archon quest.
Sorry, this is for me to figure out. It is Windbloom after all. Anyway, I have patrol to finish. Until next time, you two.
Huh. Is it something in the air, maybe?
It appears Miss Donna is also out of sorts.
Oh, where can I find a truly fascinating man?
Wait, but Donna is the one who has a huge crush on Diluc, right?
That's what I thought too. But she seems to have changed her mind.
Is that Captain Kaya? Huh. Now that I look at him, he's exactly my type. How come I never felt this way before? Oh, no. Of course not. I'm sorry, Captain. Just pretend I didn't say anything. And,
Good question, Kaya.
So you knew about that? Well, Master Diluc came into the city not too long ago, but when I saw him, it was like the butterflies just weren't there anymore. If I had to compare it to something, it would be like waking up and realizing you're married to a man you don't love. But then I saw you, and it wasn't that something was different about you. I can't really explain it. It was just a feeling.
Oh, here he comes. Well, surprised to see us?
Not at all. Have fun, you three.
So, you said you were looking for us.
Ah, Kaya, you found them. Good. With what's about to happen, it's great to have you in town.
Whoa, headquarters are packed! What's going on?
Honorary Knight Paimon. Oh, it's an honor to meet you. I believe introductions are in order?
Oh, you're all captains?
That's right. Master Jean is waiting for you inside. She'll explain everything.
Jean! A trial? But this is Mondstadt, not Fontaine! Which means it's a serious one. So, do you need our help? Right! He's the captain of the investigation team! But we didn't see him out there! Albedo is the one on trial? What did he do? Oh, that's a new face! Deacon of the church. Does that mean he works with Barbara and Rosaria?
Ready to proceed. Prior to this trial, the Knights of Favonius, in conjunction with the Church, launched an investigation into Mr. Albedo for suspected murder and unlawful disposal of human remains.
Murder?
A witness stated that, 11 days ago, in the middle of the night, she saw the defendant southeast of the city gates, dragging a large object she later identified as a human body.
No. There's no way!
We now call that witness to the stand. Beatrice, please tell us what you saw.
Well, I was out late that night on business. And when I came back, I saw someone in the moonlight that looked like Mr. Albedo. He was dragging a huge bag of some kind. I thought it was strange, so I followed him. Then, there was a sudden flash of golden light. The bag opened, and inside there was a body! Mr. Albedo's vision allows him to manipulate the ground with ease. So he buried it, and then removed any traces on the ground. Before he left, it seemed like he looked in my direction. Maybe it was just my imagination, but I was terrified thinking he might kill me too. Luckily, he didn't see me.
Can anyone attest to the fact that the defendant was working in his office that night? Then the length of the report is not a sufficient alibi.
This isn't looking good.
Not yet.
I know what I saw. I'm telling the truth, Miss Hertha, I swear. Also, didn't you say that speaking out would help protect the people of Mondstadt? Otherwise, I'd never put myself out here like this.
You're doing the right thing. Besides, the investigation wasn't fruitless. A single man's shoe and a torn piece of fabric were found in the bushes near the crime scene. The same location the witness described. If no crime occurred, then is all this just a coincidence? It's true. No one has been reported missing. However, Miss Beatrice harbors no ill will toward the defendant. Her testimony clearly points to a crime, and she has no reason to lie. The defendant raises an important point. Motive. Yet, I must be frank, not all murders are premeditated. Spontaneous conflict can also have unforeseen consequences. Nevertheless, I don't intend to prosecute this case on circumstantial evidence alone, which brings me to the second charge against Mr. Albedo.
Second charge?
7 days ago, at dawn, a witness saw the defendant dispose of the body of an adult male in the area between Dragonspine and Dawn Winery. I now call the second witness to the stand.
That's alright. Sorry about the Farissa quest being short. Apparently, it was a 3-minute side quest that was tied to the event. That was going on when Farissa was released, so I have no other choice but to do the Archon quest, and and as you can see, the entire quest is half muted. This SAG-AFTRA thing is really annoying. Oh no, you'll see what I mean once I click. Yeah.
Wait, that's...
What? What? Give me the first second. So yeah, I'm playing this in English. So yeah, the reason why I'm playing in English is because for me it's kind of hard because I have light sensitivity in my eye, so I can't read the text, and I have cataracts in my right eye, so. Try doing this with just one eye. And I can see in my one eye, I just have light sensitivity, so it's kind of hard to see the white text. But I have to lean forward to read the text, so I might as well put this in Japanese.
We now have accounts from 2 separate witnesses that describe the same modus operandi. Would you call that a coincidence?
Yeah, sure thing. I'll check it out later once I'm done here. I don't know how long I'll be recording, though.
Before you suggest a lack of evidence, Mr. Kaya, you should know. After the defendant left that morning, the witness found this where the body was buried. These remains suggest an accelerated rate of decomposition. Considering the defendant's profession, there's reason to suspect that alchemy is at play here. Both witnesses saw golden light, a known byproduct of alchemy. That's how the defendant destroyed the bodies. The light also explains how the witnesses were able to get a clear view of the events in the dark. You're certain Mr. Albedo was present the whole time? Nevertheless, the other witnesses have no reason to lie. Tell me, Miss Sucrose, that meeting in the library, were you awake the whole time? Sounds like a considerable duration to go without sleep. I do hope you can be truthful with us. It concerns the safety of countless Mondstadt citizens. A crime like this cannot go unpunished.
Oh yeah, I heard good things about this story. I just wish it wasn't voiceless in English.
No conclusive evidence of guilt. But the witness accounts do match to an extent that can't be dismissed. This is a tricky one.
Allow me to submit another piece of evidence. The investigators intercepted one of Mr. Albedo's correspondences. I will now read the pertinent parts to the court. I have never abandoned the subject of human research. In fact, delving deeper into Dragonspine has led me to realize that the concept of life could be further expanded and transformed into that of birth.
Okay, I'm just gonna go on a limb here and make a wild guess that someone's framing Albedo, use some sort of magic to look like Albedo in order to get him in trouble.
The mystery of human birth is often linked to death. As such, death is the most suitable material for the creation of new life. To that end, we must engage in a process of putrefaction and refinement.
Is that in reference to an alchemical process?
The letter continues. Experimental trials have been carried out in the northwestern part of Dragonspine, in the area southeast of Mondstadt's main gate. The data is as expected.
No worries. I sometimes my guesses can be on the spot, but not all the time.
Just as you endeavored to do, I too shall take up the path of creation and break through current limitations to reach a new realm of living beings. Correct. Not to mention, the locations indicated in the letter match both crime scenes. What more can we trust than the defendant's own words?
Let's see. Forgery of writing, lack of investigation, or the lack of understanding alchemy in all consideration.
No, it can't be true.
A guilty verdict cannot be delivered without sufficient evidence. In order to protect all parties involved, that is what our principles demand. My original assessment was that we lacked said evidence. But now, it seems the only remaining questions are the identities of the victims and the specific alchemical process used in this case.
Why would Albedo do something like that? Oh, this has to be a nightmare. Rosaria! Oh, when did you get here? Who is he?
Just a quick heads up, it's just a summary, right? Just wall of text, no cutscenes. Because I never played the event when Albedo was released.
Onwards. We have work to do.
I mean, I've gone to Dragon's Spine. Okay, good. You and Paimon went to Dragon's Spine to ask Albedo, who was conducting research there, some questions about alchemy, only to encounter a series of strange events. Strange soft noises echoing through the mountains that could not be traced. The ransacking and theft of alchemical, wow, alchemical, oh my god, that notes at the campsite. Albedo disappearing after a chat outside a cave, but having no memory of the incident. At the same time, Eula encountered Albedo elsewhere on the mountain, attempting to lead a child away and be attacked. Eula upon being discovered. You were able to confirm the presence of a mysterious figure impersonating Albedo. A running battle ensued, ambushing and being ambushed, hunting and being hunted. In the end, Albedo eliminated the giant mutant Whopperflower posing as him, yet there were more than 2 people wearing that face on the mountain. So my guess is right.
It's time to move on. We shouldn't stay here.
I'll be right back. I gotta use the restroom.
Anything the Knights can do for you?
Onwards. We have work to do.
Anything the Knights can do for you? Oh yeah! Barbara, go! Anything the Knights can do for you? Anything the Knights can do for you?
Alrighty, I'm back. I'm gonna switch this to Japanese. As much as I want to listen to English, is it the entire? Yeah. So this way the entire stream's not entirely muted. Okay, hope your dinner is good.
風が君たちの訪れを知らせてくれたよ。旅人にパイモン、僕に会いに来たのかな。
金融野郎！オイラたちを呼んだのはお前だったのか？
いや、私ですよ。
こいつがここに。お前たち知り合いなのか？名前は。
もう忘れちゃったんですか？私はダリア。セピロス教会の女祭で、風神バルバトスの伝道師です。ちゃんと覚えてくださいね。そうですよ。裁判中、伝説の栄誉騎士を見て、君がいろいろと考えてることに気づいたので、だから一緒にお話ししましょう。なんといっても私はバルバトス様の伝道師ですから、こういう民の生活に悪影響を及ぼすような事件は風神様の代わりに注意を払っておかないと。待
った、お前知ってるのか？
何のことでしょう。酒場の良き友であり、街角に吹く自由な風でもある、そんな親愛なるウェンティがバルバトス様だってことでしょうか。
大丈夫、ダリアとはそれなりの仲なんだ。だから隠してないよ。バルバトスが正式な場で意見するには誰かに代弁してもらわなきゃでしょ。こちらのベテラン伝道師さんならぴったりだよね。
友達になったばかりの頃はこんなことになるなんて思いもしなかったけど、まあいい、本題に戻りましょう。アルベドの過去については君も知ってるようですね。
その言い方だとお前たちも知ってるみたいだな。さすが風神と言うべきか。
僕はレインドットとアリスさんがアルベドをモンドに送った時からそのことを知ってたよ。そんな人物が訪れるとなればモンドの関係者たちは気を緩められないでしょ。白亜の申し子、
完璧なホムンクルス。今回の事件に登場する数々の謎がどれもアルベドを指し示している。アルベドの正体は急所になるだろうね。
ホムンクルスが暴走して理性を失い、他者を傷つける狂気的な行動に走る。そういう展開の小説もあるし、そう考える人が出てきても不思議じゃないでしょう。
そういえば昔アルベドが言ってたな。人間は超越と奇跡を渇望するだけでなく、平凡への追求も必要だって。
自分と違うものは皆異類。非常に普遍的な反応ですね。
君の友達を助けてあげないとね。僕かい？アルベドがホムンクルスであることも、最近モンド上では奇妙な出来事がたくさん起きてることも知っているよ。それからウィンドブルーム祭が友人と共にお酒や歌を楽しめる素敵なお祭りだってこともね。
街で起きてることも知ってるのか。実はオイラたちもモンドに戻ってすぐ遭遇したんだ。
それについては私も一部気づいていました。マイルズはずっと元気がないし、ベアトリーチェも落ち着かない様子で、ドンナがリリュックさんにもう興味を示さなくなったのは気づかなかったけど。
賛美される愛は消え、渓谷に残るは災いのみ。核も過酷な運命を誰が受け入れられよう。救いの勇士はまだ現れないのか。
お？どういう意味だ？
君たちの疑問に答えているんだよ。バルバトスに言わせれば、今回の物語は訪れるべくして訪れた試練なんだ。いつかは誰かが壁を乗り越える方法を見つけなきゃならない。運命の前では七失星でさえ頭を垂れることになる。はあ、でも一体誰があの親愛なる友人を助けられるんだろうか。万が一アルベドに何かあって不慮の事態に見舞われてしまえば、モンドも大変なことになってしまう。
結局のところ、オイラたちに手伝ってほしくて呼んだんだろ。
アルベドが犯人かどうかは関係なしに、モンドを守るのが栄誉騎士の使命でしょ。でも君を一人で働かせるつもりはないよ。ちょっとした贈り物を用意したんだ。それがこれさ。
爆弾！
安心して、信管は抜いてあるから爆発しないよ。ドド通話機からごきげんよ
う。それ、今は銀葉野郎が使ってたのか？
彼女とは長い付き合いだし、ちょっと借りるくらいなら大丈夫さ。この発明品と僕のちょっとした細工でお互いに連絡を取り合えるようにした。必要な時はそれを使って僕を呼んで。ありがとう。この先何があろうと、風は君と共にあるよ。
行動するのだ。ここに留まっているわけにはいかない。君たちが驚くのもわかるが、確かな証拠が揃っている。アルベドはかなり不利な状況だ。
しかしアルベドがそんなことするとは思えません。生きてる人間を錬金術の材料にするだなんて小説の中にしかない話でしょう。彼がやるとは
私の立場上、どちらの肩も持つべきではないのは分かっているわ。でもアルベドとは一緒に仕事をしたことがある。
私こそ誰よりもこの結果を信じがたい。だがアルベドのことをファルカ大団長は特別だと言っていた。おそらくまだ私たちの知らないことがあるのだろう。まずはアルベドに話を聞いてみよう。皆すまないがしばらく下がってもらえるか。この後話したい人がいる。
ジン団
長！旅人パイモン、ちょうどいいところに来てくれた。ガイアが君たちを探していたんだ。
裁判が終わった後にジンが言ってただろう。判決に異議がある場合、一定期間内であれば申し立てができるって。だから俺は弁護人としてあいつの様子が少し妙なんだ。あの表情がどういう意味なのか俺には分からなかったが、いずれにせよお前にも調査を進めてもらえればと思ってな。そうだ、今はお前たちにも動いてもらう必要がある。いや、お前は自由に動いてもらって構わない。俺は俺でやるべきことを続ける。もしあいつを助けられる証拠を見つけたら俺に渡してくれ。
今はウィンドブルーム祭だから君に依頼するのははばかられるが、しかしアルベドは私たちと一緒に戦った仲間だ。誰も彼を見捨てたくない。私たちは皆君のことを信頼しているし、真相も見つけ出してくれると信じている。
でも、もしあの裁判で言われてたことが全部…
もし本当だったとしても、君の判断は大切なものだ。おそらく第2審が行われるだろう。それまで騎士団2階のアルベドの執務室を君に開放しよう。頼んだ。
ガイア隊長、どうされましたか？
この2人はジンの依頼を受けてアルベドの執務室を調査することになった。
そうですか。ジン団長が許可したのならどう…
ここがアルベドの執務室か。初めて見たな。確かにあいつらしい部屋だ。
2人とも頼んだぞ。俺は他の用事があるからこれで失礼する。
お互い頑張ろうな。 ないか見てみようぜ。錬金術師の本ってどれも奥が深そうだな。しかも歴史もあるみたいだ。人体錬成？アルベドのやつ、本当にそんな研究をしてるのか？余計なことを考えちゃダメだ。全然わからないぞ。おいらがバカだからか？それとも錬金術がそれだけ難しいってことか？ よし、何か手がかりがないか見てみようぜ。机のここに隠しスペースがあるみたいだぞ。この計画名のところ、インクがにじんでてわかんなくなってるな。一体どんな計画なんだ？
Please tell me I don't need to go to Dragon Spine. I really don't want to go to Dragon Spine. It's a hard pill to swallow, but if the results of the joint investigations are correct, there could be a body hidden in that last location, or at the very least, what remains of one.
どういうことだ？ここにも何かあるのか
？Considering how things are going to go, Paimon, I believe so.
調査は一通りできたみたいだな。何か分かったことはあるか？もしあれば、神団長のとこに行こうぜ。
Well, at least they allowed us to teleport. One Piece called, they want their snail transponder back. So that's how the communication works. It goes do 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 do.
金融野郎から連絡だ。早く取ろうぜ。
やあ、調査は順調かい？
順調ではあるけど、アルベドの容疑をさらに深める証拠がたくさん出てきちゃって。
そっか。つまり彼は自分に不利な研究記録を残していたってことかな。
Yeah, it looks like that.
確かに良くない状況だね。アルベドは黄金レインドットが作り出した子。このことがまだ公になってないからいいけど、もし広まればレインドットの後継者だと言われるだろう。
I don't know. Right? How do you pronounce his name? My doctor?
レインドットはその錬金術からしても倫理観からしても狂っている。たとえアルベドの正体を知っているものであってもこれらの証拠を見れば動揺してしまうだろう。君も含めてね。君はアルベドを信じる？
そうだぞ。あいつはオイラたちの友達なんだ。友達を疑ったりしないぞ。もし全部本当だったらアルベドの動機は何なんだ？あいつなりの理由があるんだよな。
I mean, considering the last event with Albedo had another creation of him, and it was a whopper flower that was disguised as him, I'm pretty sure he has a reason.
きっと言えない事情があるってだけだろ。
何はともあれ公平に調査をするって約束した以上調査結果も事実に即して出すべきだよ。客観的に真実と向き合うこともまた役に立つはずさ。君が感じたことを正直に報告するんだ。君は第三者的な立場、何も気負わなくていい。
そうかもしれないけど。よし、行こうぜ。ジン団長に報告しよう。うわ、お前マイルズだよな。どうしてそんなところにいるんだ？
あ、すみません。ドアの向こうから物音が聞こえたので、誰かいるのか中に入って確かめようかと。
You know, it's rude to eavesdrop, dude.
オイラたちはジン団長の許可をもらって調査してたんだ。
そうでしたか。邪魔をしてしまい申し訳ありません。
ちょっと待った。オイラたちのさっきの話聞いてないよな。
Obviously he did. Obviously he did hear us.
正直よく聞こえませんでしたし、意味もあまり。
じゃあ聞かなかったことにしてくれ。頼む。
ええ、承知しました。
調べてた時に見つけたあの地図、やっぱ気になるよな。その場所に行ってみようぜ。
He really wants me to go to Dragon Spine. Ugh. Oh, time to go and freeze our butts off. The worst part is I don't have a pyro character with me. Hopefully this will be easy to find and not too hard.
雪だ。ブーツの手入れを念入りにな。
多分この辺りだよ
Ah,
な。
thank God.
見ろ、あそこ。
Although everything is covered in snow, as a second adventurer, a seasoned adventurer, you notice a spot on the ground that looks quite different from the rest. You remove the snow and find a sizable hole underneath it, large enough to fit a human body. But the hole is completely empty, and the surroundings markings make it look like something was dug up. Did an animal do this, or some monster?
怪しい穴だな。もしかしてここにあった死体も消えたのか？警察はアルベドが錬金術を使って死体をうまいこと処分したんじゃないかって疑ってたけど、この場所は他の2つとちょっと違うぞ。もしアルベドだったらこの穴も気づかれないよう隠すことができたよな。
If one person did all this, why not remove the traces like the others? And if Albedo isn't the one responsible, why was this location marked in his notes? Hey, at least it has the courtesy to teleport us.
2人とも戻ってきたか。何か収穫は？
収穫はあったけど。
Yeah, but none of it helps Albedo's case. God, my nose.
そうか。わかった。いずれにせよ。
Complicated result, but your efforts are appreciated.
ああ。第2審を行うよう要求されたよ。
Yes, he asked for a
それ
retrial.
に、私も事
There are
件に
still
残された
questions
謎を明らか
surrounding
にしたい。
the identities of the
死者が
victims
誰
and
なの
the
か。
disappearance of
遺
the
体は遺
bodies.
体を埋めたとされる場所に残っていた歯と骨は
The
すでに
mineral
検査に持っていっ
remains
たよ。
that were uncovered
だから
have
死
been
者の素性
sent
も
for
見えてくるはずだ。
forensic analysis,
ただ、
which should provide some answers. It's just
どうしたんだ？
もし死者がモン
if
ド
the
の人であ
victims
った
turn
場合、
out to be
住
Mondstadt
民たちは
citizens,
行方不明者の存在
the
に気づき、
situation becomes
不安を募らせてい
all
く
the
だろう。
more
そうなれば、
serious. The
第2審は
second
公開
trial
裁
would
判となる可能
likely
性が
have to
高い。
be open to the public.
それは、アルベ
I
ドにとっ
doubt
て
public
かなり
sentiment
不利な
will
状
be
況
in
になることを
Albedo's
意味
favor.
する。
そんな。
Yeah, not where the charges are so serious.
第2審は2日後に開廷す
The
る。
second trial is not
そ
to
の
take
時は
place in 2
また出
days.
席して
I
ほ
hope
し
you
い。
consider attending.
おう、わかったぞ。
Of
じゃ
course,
あ、
we'll be
ま
there.
た
In
その
the
日に。
meantime, we should all
お前
just
も
stay
そんな
positive.
に。
ああ、気を使わせてすまない。
Well said. When the time
責任を
comes,
全う
I'll
できる
carry
よ
out my
う
duty
全力を
to
尽
the
くそ
best
う。
of my abilities. What are you hiding, Jean?
マイルズ。
Miles? 2 days from now. I wish there was a way to speed this up. It's a very interesting story so far, though. It's pretty well written. Oh god, my nose. Alright, here we go. Second trial. Ladies and gentlemen, we now convene for the second trial against Mr. Albedo. I, Gene, Gunidor. Pronouncing these names. Gunidor, I'm just going to say that, will once again oversee the proceedings. Representatives on both sides remain unchanged, and Mr. Dahlia will continue to serve as assessor. Ms. Bertha represents the prosecution, and Mr. Kaya speaks on behalf of the defendant. The defendant in this case is Mr. Albedo, captain of the investigation team. With that, I now bring this trial to order. Ms. Herta, have the investigators made any new discoveries? Yes, we sent the femur bones found at the scenes to the church's medical office, and were able to conclude that these are, in fact, human remains. In addition, the investigators were able to identify several Mondstadt citizens who appear to have been missing for quite some time. Forensics analysis of the remains allowed us to pinpoint the age and gender of the deceased. Interestingly, one of the missing individual matches that profile to a T. The medical office couldn't spare the personnel, so Miss Rosario is here to present the results to the court.
被害者の名前はハンスム。職業狩人。男性46歳独身。親族がいないため通報する人もいなかった。前回の裁判で言及されていた内容と一致しているわ。
Male, 46 years old, martial status, single occupation, hunter, consistent with the conclusion in the last trial. His disappearance went unreported, likely due to his lack of relatives. In addition, medical records show that he sustained a... What the heck is that? Mechanism? Mechanism-related injury. Oh, mechanical, okay. Mechanism-related injury to his leg. 3 years ago, the damage on the femur bone Mr. D-Luke found is considered consistent with such an injury. Therefore, we can conclude that one of the victims in this case is Hanselman. A specialized technique was likely used to accelerate the rate of the decomposition.
その技術が錬金術であると考えるのは妥当そうでしょうか。
is it reasonable to assume this technique to be alchemical in nature? Oh, now I say it.
そうね。魔法か錬金術か、そのどちらも可能性がある。
Chemical or magical, both are possible.
証人の発言に感謝いたします。
Thank you for your
これで
testimony.
少なくとも一人の身元が判明
The
しました
identity
ね。
of one of the victims is now
被
confirmed,
告人の
but
動
what
機は
about the
何でしょうか？
defendant's
被
motive?
告人の手紙の内容を踏まえると、あえ
Considering
て
what he
親族も配偶者
wrote
もい
in
ない
the
人を選ん
letter,
で
we can
錬金術の実験対
deduce
象に
that
したと
the
考えられま
defendant
す。
needed subjects for an alchemy experiment who better than individuals whose disappearance would go
研
unnoticed.
究のためにモンドの住民に手をかけるとは、実に卑劣極まりない。
In other words, he sacrificed the good people of Mondstadt for his own gain, a truly foul act.
それと、証人はもう一人
In
います。
addition, another
ドンナ
victim's
さん、こちらへ。
witness has agreed to testify. Miss Donna, if you would, another witness, and you didn't brought this up in the first trial?
まずい。
あ、どんなってあの花屋のか？
Sorry, it took me so long to come forward, but the night Master Delix saw Miss Albedo, I was there too.
あの日、友達とキャンプに行ってて、
I was camping with a
夜は
friend,
山
and
で
we
休んでいました。
decided to stop near
ただ
Dragon
全
Spine.
然眠れな
Couldn't
くて、
really get
夜中に起きて散歩してたら、
comfortable that night,
ディル
so
ク様
around
を見かけ
dawn,
て、
I decided to go for a walk, and that's when I saw Master Delix.
私、ディルク様とちょっと
I
でも
thought
お
it might
話で
be
きない
nice
かな
to,
と
you
思っ
know,
て、
chat, so I headed in his direction, and then I saw it.
そしたら、
Someone at the bottom of the cliff was
処理してい
getting
るところを
rid
見
of
ま
a
した。
body.
すごく怖かった。その人に見つかったらどうしようって思った。その場を離れてからも、毎日恐怖で
I'm
怯え
sorry,
てました。
Delix was there.
それで、もしデ
Then
ィルク様に片思いさえしていなければって考えるよう
supposedly
に
a
なって、
Beto getting rid of the body. I was terrified the person might see me even after I had fled. I couldn't shake that fear, and I started to wish I never had a crush on Master Delix in the first place.
彼と話をしようとしなければ、
If I hadn't
こん
wanted
な
to
怖
talk
い
to
こと
him,
にはならな
I
かっ
would
た。
never have been in that
そう、
situation.
その恐怖のせいで、これまで
I
証
didn't
人
want
と
to
して
come
ここに
forward
立つことを
because I
拒ん
was
できました。
scared, but
ただ、
Miss Hertha
今日はヘ
convinced
ルタ
me
さ
it
んに説
was
得されて、
the right thing to do.
申し訳ありません。
Sorry it took so long.
なるほど。
ドンナさん、
Just
君が立
stepping
ち上がった
forward
その
was
勇気は
brave enough.
褒められるべきもの。
法廷を代表して君の
The
勇気
court
と
thanks
公
you
平な
for
心
your
に感謝しよう。
courage and commitment to justice.
ありがとうございます。
二人の証言もあるし、間違い
The
あり
two
ませんね。
witnesses
となると、
corroborated the same sequence of events. That just leaves the question of how the defendant disposed of the bodies.
私はやはり手紙に書かれていた
I
錬
believe
金
the
術と
answer
関係
that
があると思いま
the
す。
answer lies in the
被告
alchemy,
人はモンドで
a
指折りの
chemical
錬金術
technique
師。
mentioned
それ
in
を実
the
行に移せ
letter.
る能力は
The
十分
defendant
にあります。
is the most accomplished. Oh god, my nose is making this hard to read.
その点についてとある特別調査員
A
が
special
関連情報
investigator
を掴んで
also
くれた。
uncovered some relevant
その証拠を
evidence on
お見
that
せしよう。
subject. I will now present it to the court.
もしかして、
Well, obviously she means us, Paimon. The evidence we found in Albedo's office.
これらは被告人のアルベド
The
が使って
following
い
are
た
pieces of
騎士団
evidence
2階の
uncovered
執
in
務室か
Mr.
ら見つかったも
Albedo's
のだ。
office. The most important
その中
of
でも
which
最も
is this
重要な
map.
のがこの地図は
This map was found with the defendant's
地図に
notes.
ある印
The
の位置
markings
は
correspond
被
with
告人の
the
手紙の内容および
description in the
犯行
letter
現場と
and
一致
the
している。
location of the crime scenes.
この地図はお前のものなのか
Does this map belong to you?
ああ。
この印も君が書いたものか？
Next time I take an allergy medicine. Were you the one who marked these locations?
そうだ。
それを認めることで、お前によ
You
る
do
犯
realize
行で
that's
あることが
basically
よ
an
り
admission
確
of
固たる
guilt,
もの、
don't you?
な
The
いしは
evidence
取り
against
返しの
you
つかない事実になることを
clearly
意味
it's
する。
I am
それは
not
分かってい
pronouncing
る
that
な。
word.
やめて。
僕のデスクの隠しスペースまで開けられたんだ。
Since you uncovered that
僕も自分のた
apartment,
めに
I might as well
少しは弁解
expand
させ
on
てもらう。
the matter.
ここまで証拠が揃っているのに
Have
認めないので
witnesses
す
and
か？
physical evidence. What could you possibly say in your defense?
前にも言ったと思うけど、
What I always
もう一
have.
度言おう。
I never killed a single
僕
person.
は一度も人を殺し、
まだそんなセリフが言えると
You
は。
have some nerve saying that when the evidence is stacked against you.
ヘルターさん。客観的に見
It's
れば、
Hertha, you've
君の推理は
presented
緻密で
a mess
説得
of a
力もある。
calculus and
だけど、
convincing case.
この
I'll
ま
give
ま
you
罪
that,
を認
but
めるつもりはない。
I will not admit to something I didn't do.
言い訳をやめる気はないと。
So what? You're just going to bombard the court with excuses?
無実の者が身の潔白を
That's
証
a
明す
rather
るために、
dismissive way
あら
to
ゆる
refer
手段
to
を尽くすの
an
は言い訳
innocent
と言え
man
ない。
speaking in his own
それ
defense.
に僕は今、ただ
Besides,
木を
I'm
待って
not
いるだけ
making
だ。
excuses. I'm exercising patience.
どれだけ待っても犯行の
I
事
won't
実
make
が
the
消えるとは思い
charges
ません
against
け
you
どね。
disappear, Mr. Albedo.
いや、待つことも
Perhaps
ある
not,
種の手段だと
but
僕は
patience
信じたい。
comes with its own rewards.
真相がおの
It's
ずと浮
easy
か
for
ぶには、
things to remain
誰
buried
かが降り積もった
in
雪を
snow
払
until
いのけ
someone
ないとい
comes
けないこ
along
とも
and
ある。
brushes it away. It doesn't seem serious, but unfazed. Does that mean he really didn't do anything? I mean, Traveler, come on. You've spent a lot of time with these people. You really think Albedo is gonna kill someone? He mentioned brushing off the snow. Is that supposed to be a hint? If it was a hint, then it must have something to do with Dragon Spine. Which reminds me, one of the locations marked on the map when we found it, yeah.
このメモを見つけたのは君だね、旅人。地図にある
Robert, you were the one
3つ目
who
の印の
uncovered
地点
the
にも
notes, right?
きっともう
And
行ったん
then
だ
I'm
ろう。
assuming you visited the third location marked on the map.
その場所の様子を教えてもらえる
Can you tell us what you found? I can't read the text because the snow's blocking the words. No, seriously, I can't read. Can you read that for me? Or you can't see it either. Great job, Genshin.
その説明を聞いた感じ。
Really?
きっとそこに
Then
も遺
there
体があ
must
ったん
also
で
have
しょう
been
ね。
a body. I need to think about this. What clues am I missing? This mechanic again?
3つ目の場所はドラゴンスパインにある。
Certain marked
地図
location
を
in
見つけ
Dragon
てなけれ
Spire.
ば
We only knew
あの
about
場
it
所の
because
存
we
在には
found
気づ
the
かなかっただろう。
map in the hidden
パイモン
compartment.
と一緒に3つ目の場所を観察す
During
る
our
と、
investigation,
積も
Paimon
った
and I
雪の下
discovered
に
a hole
死体
beneath
を
the
隠せるほど
snow,
の大きな
big
穴が
enough
あ
to
る。
hide a body.
その周りに
There
は
were
爪
also
で引っかい
claw
たような
marks
痕跡
around
も。
the outside,
でも穴の中には
but
死
there
体は
was
おろ
no
か何
body
も入
or
ってなかっ
any
た。
remains whatsoever. What does it say at the top? Second marked location.
3つの場所はいずれもアルベドの隠して
Elena
いた
marked
地図に
these
印が
3
つけられていた。
locations on the map found in the
これら
hidden
の場所には共
compartment.
通点もあるけど、相違
There
点
are
もある。
some similarities and differences between them.
すでに分かっている情報からすると、
Based on
これら
what we
の場所
know,
は
all 3
死体を遺棄
locations
に
were
使われ
likely
た可能
used to
性が
hide
高い。
bodies.
穴の
Holes
サイ
dug
ズも
in
確かに
each
死体の
area
入る
certainly
大きさだ。
seemed big enough.
ただ、3つ目の穴の周
But
りには
unlike the first
爪
two
で引っかいたような
locations,
痕跡があっ
there
た。
were claw marks around the
1つ
hole
目、
in the third,
2つ目の穴にはそういった跡がない。
and no witnesses saw anything
3つ目
happen
の
there.
雪山には獣や魔物がいる。
Dragon Spine is home to
もしか
all
して
manner of
そういった存
monsters
在
and
が
wild
埋まって
animals.
いたものを掘り出
Like
した。
some kind of
でも
creature
どうし
dug
て
up
3つ
the
目の
whole
地点だけ
body,
そうなっ
but
てるんだろ
why wasn't that the case in the other locations?
う。しかも、その痕跡は最近のものではなさそうだった。
Which
つまり、
means the hole at the
3つ目
third
の穴ができ
location
たの
has
は
been
他の
there
2つの穴よりも
longer
前
than
っ
the
て
other
ことになる。
two.
もし3つ目の穴が他の2つの穴とは
The
違
holes
う
at
時
the
期に
third
残されたも
location
のだとし
wasn't
たら、
made around the same
犯行時期も
time.
違うってこ
Does
と？
that mean it's connected to a separate incident?
ドラゴンスパインは年中雪に
Dragon
覆われ
Spine
てい
has
て、
a
気温
frigid
も非常
climate
に
that
低い。
is covered in snow all
それ
year
でも
round.
この
Even
山
so,
の
it's
寒さに
home
耐えられる動物
and
や
various
魔物が生
monsters
息
and
している。
creatures that can withstand the
雪
cold.
山の奥深くには奇妙な生
Deep
命、
within the mountain
マリオ・ドゥ
lies
リ
the
ンの残
remains
骸
of
があ
an
る。
even more
かなり
mysterious
前に死んだ
creature,
にもかかわらず、
Doran.
未だに不気味な生命力を
Although
持っ
the
ている。
dragon has been dead for a long time, he still possesses a... What? No, there's another dragon, Dragon Spine. We did a whole quest of that, where we went into the storybook land. I don't blame you because it was last year's event.
そういえば、これまでドラゴンスパイ
Now
ン
that
は
I think about
変
it,
わっ
a
たこ
lot
と
of
がたく
strange
さん起きて
things
きた。
have happened on Dragon Spine.
ドラゴンスパインは年中雪に覆わ雪や、いや、それだけじゃ何も説明できない。友達のアルベドは、けど
Yeah,
アルベ
I
ド、
know.
それに今の
Let's
と
just
とに
get
か
this
く。
over with.
ドラゴンスパインは雪山の奥深くには、確か雪山にはアルベドと顔がそっくりな存
Almost
在がい
forgot,
た。
Paimon and I once encountered someone on Dragon Spine
他の
who
仲
looked
間た
like
ちもそれ
Albedo,
を目撃してる。
and we weren't the only ones. Wait a second. Someone who looked exactly like him. I'm guessing Albedo has a plan, so I should help him out. But what does he want me to do? Announce a break-in the case? No, I should play it safe. Since I made an honest assessment of the facts, I should be honest about my doubts too. It's only fair. Besides, I think I understand what Albedo was trying to tell me just now.
ちょっといいかな。ジン団長に渡した調
I'd
査
like
結果
to
だけど、
address the court,
俺自身
if
も
I
疑
may.
問が残ってるん
I
だ。
was the one who investigated the office, and I believe the results raise a few questions.
前回の裁判で言及
Hey,
され
we're
た
actually
2つの事件
talking.
で、被告人は死体を消した後、錬金術で地面を元通りにしたってされてる。
Regarding the two cases addressed in the previous trial, it was established that after disposing of the bodies, the defendant used alchemy to restore the ground to its original state.
けど、雪山で見つけた
But
3つ目
that
の場所
wasn't
は
the
そうじゃ
case
なか
at
っ
the
た。
third location.
穴が掘
The
られた
hole was
時の
still
土は
there,
その
with
まま
dirt
周囲に埋められ
scattered
てて、何か
around
を
the
掘り起こしたようにも見えた。
English. Perimeter. Perimeter. It looked more like something had been dug up.
もし犯人が同一人物なら、
If this was all
ど
done
うし
by
て
one
他
person,
の2つ
why
のよう
wasn't
に
the
隠蔽し
third
なかったん
scene
だろう。
given the same treatment as the others? Why weren't the traces removed?
それと、3つ目の場所に
In
あった痕
addition,
跡を見ると、
the markings
最
around
近
the
でき
third
たものじゃなさ
location
そうだっ
weren't
た。
force
つまり
afresh,
前の2つの事件とは
which suggested that the Dragon Spine incident happened at a different time.
この2つの点が解き明かされない限り
For those reasons, I believe there's still reasonable doubt in this
真
case.
実を全て
I
解明
hope
した上
the
で公正な
verdict
判決を
reflects
下すべ
that.
きだと思
Thank
う
you.
君なら気づくと思っていたよ。
Astute as ever, Robert.
確かに疑問は残りますが、
Questions there may be, but allow me to point out
その場
there
所を
is
指
no
し示
evidence
す証
to
拠は地図以外に見つかっておらず、それの持ち主
Are
は
you
被
for
告
real
人
right
である
now?
ということ。
Suggests that anyone besides the defendant knew about the third location. The map was found in the notes. I'm sorry, but did Miss Donna just not say she found Albedo on Dragon Spine?
That's what she did.
And Diluc was at Dragon Spine as well. So that contradicts your statement there, lady, that there are witnesses at Dragon Spine. And Donna did say she found Albedo there at Dragon Spine. So, care to explain the time frame between this case to the yeah?
この点だけでも被告人の
That
嫌
fact
疑は誰よ
alone
りも
makes
強
him
いと
the
言えるでしょう。アルベドさん、まさかこの後に及んで地図を書いたのは自分じゃないとか主張されませんよね。
Unless Mr. Albedo suddenly plans to deny that the map belongs to him.
旅人の疑問には
Allow me to respond to Robert's point.
もし無罪を主張したいのな
If
ら
all I cared about was proving my innocence, I would indeed do as you described, Miss Hertha, and deny any connection to that map.
でも残念ながら
But
地図の
that is not
印
what
は
I
僕が
intend
書い
to
た
do.
ものだ。
The map does belong to me, and I
三つ
did
の場所
hide
に
things
何かを隠
in
したのは
those
事
three
実だよ。
locations.
死体の数は3つで間違い
There
ない
were indeed bodies at each
そしてドラゴ
location,
ンスパイン
and I
で
did kill and bury
その
someone
う
on
ちの一つを処理して
Dragon
埋葬
Spine,
した。
which was his clone. Which was his clone that the Whopperflower was disguised as.
やはりあなたの仕
So
業
you
だったん
admit
で
it.
すね。
Let the record reflect that the defendant has confessed to his crimes. Wow, you're easily to jump into conclusions, aren't
い
you?
や、まだ話は終わって
You
な
are
いよ。
mistaken,
ヘ
Miss
ルターさん
Martha. The story doesn't end there.
僕が処理した相手についてかなり前に僕は雪
Some
山
time
で
ago,
あ
I
る存在に出会
encountered
ったんだ。
a uninvited guest on
理由
Dragon
は不明だ
Spine.
けど
Someone who wanted
それは
to
人里離れた
take
雪山で
advantage of the desert,
僕を殺そうとしてき
deserted
た。
nature of the region to eliminate me in secret.
その殺意は本物だったよ。
His desires to kill
戦いの
me
末に
led to an allocation where I killed him instead and buried the body on the mountain, the third location marked on the map.
その件に
Actually,
関しては
Robert, Amber,
私とアンバ
Bennett,
ー
and I were with Albedo that day.
それから冒険者協会のベネットも一緒だったわ。当時冒険者
The
協会主
Adventurers
催
Guild
の
was
訓練
holding
が
an
雪山で
event
行わ
on
れて
Dragon
いたの。
Spine. After it ended,
訓
we all
練が
left
終わった
the
後、もしア
area.
ルベドの言っている相手が
If the person
山の
Albedo
中
is
腹で
referring
遭
to
遇
is
したもの
different
じゃ
from
ない
the
場合、
one we encountered
そ
on
の戦いはきっと
the
私
mountain,
たちが
then
下山した後に起こったんでしょうね。
altercation must have occurred after we left.
一つ目と二つ目もあなたがやったんですよね。なぜ罪のない人を。
Wow. Wow. Do you really hate Albedo that much? This only proves that the defendant is guilty on all counts. Those innocent people. Wow, you're going to dismiss a Knights of Fedorius claims that's. Oh. Not only that, you're going to dismiss Eula's claim, you're going to dismiss the Traveler's claim, who's the honorary knight. You're going to dismiss Amber's claim who's part of the Knights, and then you're gonna disclaim Bennett's claim, who's the unluckiest person in the entire world.
Well, it's just as lost.
Wow, you're not good at this.
いや、それは違うよ。
Nope, you're wrong.
発言が支離滅裂に
You
なるほど
deny it after admitting to murder for oh my.
さっき認めていたでしょ。
Lady, do you have wax in one ear and it's just going out the other? Because you're literally dismissing Eula's statement.
ヘルターさん。
If you would let me finish, Miss Herla, I could get to the important part.
雪山で僕を襲った相手
The
は
man who attacked me on Dragonspine was my height with blonde hair and blue eyes, dressed in clothes nearly identical to mine. So someone who happened to look exactly like you. Exactly like him? So I was right. It does come back to what happened back then. It's one thing to look similar, but for the clothes to be the same? What's going on? I don't want to be here anymore.
でも今議論すべきは
Regardless, the important thing is that you admit to... Oh my god, this girl only has one thing in mind. You're literally ignoring all facts from... Yes, I killed someone that day. Someone who looked nearly identical to me. But I never said that someone was a person. I see. Then it appears I need to withdraw my testimony. What is your problem, Hertha? Like, Jesus. Everyone? Everyone? I brought her. Wait, you... the person who just came in, isn't that Hertha? Wow! Wow!
What? The Whopper Flowers back! The Whopper Flower Club?
I had a feeling that... I had a feeling something was off here. Because one was... I mean, it's Patrick. Oh my god. I had a feeling there was something off there, because why was she so obsessed with putting Albedo in jail? And remind you, dismissing other Knights of the Fenris' claims. What would a Knight of blah blah blah... Hertha is part of the Knights. What do you think she would have listened and obeyed to the Knights of the Fenris' claims, right?
Yes.
What has...
Not be like, no, guilty.
Yeah, exactly.
Kill him, don't care, no question to ask, before to defend him first.
Exactly. She's been dismissive of the other claims and discoveries that others have witnessed. What's going on? Who are you? Why do you wear my face? Hello to you too. So nonchalant. As you can see, this is Hertha, the long-distance captain of the Knights of Fenris. I see what's going on here. It's all been leading up to this, hasn't it? Your confession. It was all an elaborate stunt to set me up. You want to undermine my credibility? Fine. It doesn't eliminate the mountain of evidence it stacked against you. All I want is justice for the people of Mondstadt. Order in the court. I've been stationed on Dragon Spine all these years because that is where the subject of my research lies. The dragon, Doran. Several hundred years ago, the dragon of the east, the Fallen, defeated Doran in battle, and with help from Barbados, sealed his remains on Dragonspine. Doran was created through alchemy, one of the finest specimens of artificial life. As such, death was not a true end for him. His heart still beats and grows more revitalized by the day. My imposter on Dragonspine was a failed specimen abandoned in Doran's stomach. Ew. An unsuccessful iteration of the Homunculus project. Homunculi. Okay. Basically, a homunculi was created. So whoever we saw Dragonspine made a second homunculi. Homunculus? Are you trying to insinuate that I'm some kind of homunculus? Because it looks to me like the artificial one is standing right there. Some kind of imposter you dragged in from Dragonspine? So this is what I look like when I fly off the handles? I figured she wasn't like that. You know, they say imitation is the best form of flattery, but your impersonation are overstayed its welcome. We've known each other for so long. You recognize the real me, don't you? The two of you look identical, but judging based on demeanor, the new arrival actually seems more like the Hertha I know. That means nothing. By that logic, I could just as easily accuse the albedo in this room of being an imposter. How do we know he isn't the fake one? A cold-blooded killer who replaced the real albedo long ago. Then how about something only the real Hertha would know? The longest scar on my body. The knights who fought alongside me that day should remember where it is. Remember? Let's hear your answer. I like to hear Miles' answer first. Oh, you don't know? Or you don't remember? Heard you've been acting strange these days. Disoriented, confused. You were closer to me than anyone during that battle, and yet you don't remember a thing? Strange indeed. No, my head hurts. So she knew too. The scar is right here. Why the nerves? I can't imagine this comes as a surprise. Ow, that's a nasty scar. Oh, yeah, that's a really nasty scar. Unless your information in the Knights of Performance failed to mention the scar on Hertha's left arm. Albedo has done a lot of research into beings like you. If you deny it, then show us your arm. No need to panic. You can just add it now. You excel at changing your appearance, don't you? Or, I should say, all spawn of Doran's life force have that ability.
驚異的な生命力と自
A
身の
powerful
姿を
life
意の
force
まま
and
に変える能
appearance
力を
you
持つ存
can
在
change at will. Yet, here you stand, formless one, paralyzed to act, because you're worried about using that power to affect your accomplice.
仲間ってマイルズのこと？
Accomplices. Then Miles must be one of them.
いやマイルズだけじゃない
There are others too.
同じ生
Most
命
of the
力の影
beings
響を受け
under
た生
the
物は
influence of Doran's
互い
life
に引
force
き寄せ合
have
う
gathered
面白いの
here,
は
and yet their
仲間の存
presence
在
is
が
what
同時
impedes
に
her
足かせに
from
なっているところ
taking
だ
action. So everyone in this room, minus the ones we know, are all fakes.
Monsters everywhere! Monsters everywhere! Came back for vengeance for sending our weapons.
So they're all spawn of Doran's life force. Homunculus.
一度変化が始まれば周りの存在も影響を受けるでも君自身はそれをコントロールできないなぜならその生命の回路の中心にいるのが君だから
Once you attempt to transform, all who surrounds you will be affected by your powers. You can't control it because in this network of living beings, you serve as the core.
腕を見せなさい。
Show us your arm. Have it your way.
逃げてください。
あいつらあの偽物
Hey,
をかばってるぞ。
they're shielding the imposter.
逃がしてはならない。必ず捕らえるんだ。
She's trying to get away. Stop her. Don't let anyone stand in your way.
外からも押し寄せてきてる。奴の仲間か。
There are others trying to get in. Most of them must be more people under her control.
行くぞお前ら。
Time to get moving, everyone.
うわあ、一瞬で飛び越えてんだぞ。
追いかけるぞ。
After her.
木は熟した
It's time.
総員、これより作戦
All
開始だ。
units move out. Third companion, keep on the imposter's tail.
やっと君たちと話せるね
We finally have a
ここ
chance
数
to
日の
talk,
出来事は
but
後で詳し
before
く
I
説明
explain
す
the
るけ
events
ど
of the past
先
few
に2
days,
つだけ
I'd like to make a few things clear.
一つ僕は人を殺し
First,
て
I
いない
never
し
killed any of my
錬金
fellow
術の実験
citizens,
で
and I
死体
never
を利用
used
したこと
human
もない
remains as part of a chemical experiment.
2つ裁判に
Second,
出席した
the
騎士団
events
の
of
ほ
the
とんどは
past few days were all part of a plan.
証人席の中にも
So
ミルクのように鋭い人は裁判が始まる前から違和感に気づいていただろう
So basically, this trial was to lure out all the imposters. There was no trial whatsoever.
It's just that Wildfire couldn't stand the tons of their members.
I
For their weapons.
I did go on a genocide spree of whopper flowers to raise Farina's skills. Master D-Luke picked up on the situation long before today's proceeding.
ああついてきてくれ
Follow me.
なんで街の中に魔物がいるんだ？
Monsters in Mondstadt.
雪山から降りてきた魔物だ
They're all monsters from Dragon's Spine. An attack is imminent, but
こちらも
fear
準
not.
備はしてある
We are preparing for this.
ルリンの復活に備えてずっと警戒してい
We've
たんだ
been monitoring the resurgence of Doran's life
食の
force.
力の影
Its
響を受けた魔
festering
物たちが
nature
どんどん凶
agitated
暴になっていくのを見て
these monsters. We knew it was only a matter of time before they advance on Mondstadt.
戦いは必ず起こる
So we made preparations
今
for
回の
an
作戦を立案したんだ
inevitable
二人
battle.
とも 僕と一緒に行動し
I
てく
was
れないか
hoping I was hoping you two could join me and provide assistance in the battle. Of course, where's our first stop?
外壁の上だ。
The top of the city wall. Okay, I acted like I was near enemies, but I don't see enemies. I am not reading officials' rights.
この声は旅人さんですね。
我が従者よ。いいところに来てくれたわ。
Oh, it's a good thing I chose Hyrule Traveler. Right?
Really? Yeah.
疑似用か。と。
Oh, I have Albedo with me too.
姿を見せよ、オズ。はあ？灼熱先行。
さて、せ、冥王牽制。と、
輝くホムラに姿を現せ。
疑似用か。
魔物は熱した。もう恐れることはない。
しばらく外出は控えて室内にいるようにしてください。住民の安全は全力で守る。
ああ、助かったよ。本当にありがとう。ところで、そちらの大きな鳥は喋るんだな。
おっと、私。
あ、いや、そういうつもりじゃ。
我が従者よ。まだなすべきことがあるのでしょ。
Shoot, someone's coming. Help me, please! Someone help me! What's with the freak out? It's just us.
ありゃ、君たちだったんだ。
Ah, perfect.
ならお芝居は
Oh, perfect. I can't drop the act. Sorry. Oh, you're regular citizens.
そろそろ始まるはずだ。
It's about time. I think we can proceed as planned.
わかった。
I agree.
はあ、それにしても、
Although it's been a while since I dealt with something this big, it's gonna be pretty exhausting.
ちゃんとお酒はおごるから安心して
Don't worry, I'll treat you to a drink for your troubles.
それなら OK。
Just what I wanted to hear.
アルベド、
So these two know the other's identity, huh?
先ほどの裁判中、ドラゴンスパインから魔物が押し寄せてきてね。
Monsters started emerging from Dragon Spine during the trial. They soon became agitated, likely in response to the core coming under pressure. So I never expected those monsters to have become this advanced.
進化は敬意を払うべき現象だと僕は
Power
考え
of
ている。
evolution cannot be underestimated, especially considering the fact that Doran absorbed the previous imposters.
そういえば、アルベドが書いた地
Wait,
図
so
と
what
3つ
about the map and the missing bodies?
死体を埋めているところを目撃されたのは事実だよ。でも、それにはもちろん事情があっ
What
た。
the witnesses saw was true. I did hide those bodies, as I mentioned the situation on Dragonspine. I noticed that many who ventured there came back
しかも、
different.
彼らはルリンの力
Some
の影響
were
を受け
under
たと思わ
the
れる。
influence of Doran's power, but the less fortunate ones had already
魔物に飲み込まれてし
been
まった人も
devoured by monsters who then assumed their appearance to
そして魔物は
infiltrate the city.
その魔物に飲まれたのは家族の
Most
い
of
ない
those who
人たち
were
ばかり。
replaced had no clue,
その方が
close
周りに気づかれにくい
relatives, so when
から
their
だろう。
behavior changed,
奴らの狙
there
い
was
は
no one
人間
to
の姿を
notice.
借りて
The monsters
より
used
多くの
their
人に近づくこ
disguises
と
to
で
get close to people.
僕が処
I
理したのは
eliminated two who
人
attempted
に
to
害を
attack.
な
ディルックの旦那が見つけた歯と骨は被害者のものだったのか？
What about the remains Diluc found? Did they belong to one of the victims?
魔物は
The monsters
人を飲み
slowly
込んだ後
digested their
ゆっ
victim.
くりと消化してい
Sometimes
く。
they even left behind
けど
body
場合によっては
parts to aid
体の
the
一部を残しておき
transformation. All
姿
that
を維
remained
持
of
する
the
ための
first
支え
victim
に
was
する
a
んだ。
few strands of
最初の被害者
hair
は
and the
髪の毛。
second some teeth
二人目
and
は
bone.
アルベドが倒したのはあくまで人に擬態した魔物。けど、
The only
人
bodies
の体の
Albedo
一部が見
destroyed
つか
were
ったか
the
ら、
monsters'
彼は少しで
mimic
も弔おう
forms.
と埋葬したん
Then
だ。
he had buried whatever remained of the victims to put them to
あ
rest.
僕にでき
Well,
るせめてものこ
someone
とだっ
had
た
to
から
do
ね。
it. Besides, I
それ
managed to
に
gather some
そこか
valuable
ら得ら
data
れる
on
腐
the
敗のデータは役に立つ。
purification of the bodies.
旅人、以前雪
After
山
we
で
defeat that
僕の姿をしたトリッ
doppelganger
クフラワーを
Wildflower
一緒に
on
倒した後、
Dragonspine, we
お互いに
we
物語を
promised
作
to
っ
tell
て話したことを
each
覚えて
other
い
a
るかい？
story, remember?
覚えてくれていたんだね。
I'm glad.
じゃあ、
Saying I think it'd be
1
called.
号にとって変わろうと企んだ2号が
Remember what I told you about subject 2 and
3
the
号を作ったとい
person
う
to
話も覚えているかな？
to replace subject 1? He transformed the flower to subject 3. So there was another monster on Dragonspine that big.
そう。僕は2号の息の根を止めて
Oh.
雪山に埋めたんだ。君たちが見つけた穴はその時のものだよ。
Yes, that would be subject 2. I confronted him and buried his body on Dragonspine. So, you see, at one point there was something hidden in that hole you found.
でもここ最近、ルリンの
But
活性
Doran
化
is
が進み
becoming
つつある。
more revitalized
その
the
影響を受
day.
けた魔物たち
Under
は
the influence of
操
his
られるま
power,
ま
the
2号の死体を
monsters
掘り
dug
起
up
こし
Subject 2's
ルリンを
body and
腹へと戻した
returned it to Doran's stomach.
2号という失敗作を吸収したことでルリンはその知識を取り入れた。
Doran absorbed the failed creation along with his knowledge
擬態を身
and
につ
way
けた
of
んだ。
thinking. Ever since then, all creatures spawned from his power had the ability to transform their
ま
appearance.
た最近雪山に長く滞在していた人たちもルリンの力の影響を受けたと考えられ
Humans who
る。
ventured into Dragonspine for
す
too
ぐに異
long
変が現れる
are
わけじゃないけど
also bound to fall
影
under
響が
Doran's
どの程度かを予測
influence,
するのは
but
難
those
しい。
effects don't show themselves right away. And the extent to which a person has been affected is hard to percent.
町の人たちの様子がおかしいのは君たちも気づいていたよね。さっき騎士団に攻め込もうとしたのはその人
You
たちだ
saw
っ
it
た
for
のか。
yourself, didn't you? All the people acted strange. Those are the same people who just tried to break into the Knights of Ephenor's headquarters.
体に潜むドゥリンの力が暴れ出す
Once
と、
power
その
remained
人たちは
dormant within
一時的
the
に闘争心に支配されるようにな
within
る。
then until finally it surged to the surface and seized
だ
control.
からわざとそうなるように仕向けたんだ。生きるか死ぬかの瀬戸際に立たさ
That
れ
was
た時、
also our goal. If we could
生存
force
本
a
能は無意
situation where
識に
the
働く。
imposter had no choice but
ドゥリンの力に
to
より
unleash that
攻撃
power,
性を見せれ
all
ば、
those under its
その個
influence
体
would
は
become
限り
violent.
なく黒に
Thus,
近い。
we would know who was affected. Wait, so what do? We can't go around hurting innocent people.
だから僕がここにいるんだよ。
That's why I'm here. It would make me look bad if I just lazed around after promising to
クエ
help.
ンティが風の力で彼らを抑えている間に騎士団が確保する。その
We
後
will use the power of
適切な処置を
Animo
行
to
う予定
restrain
だ。
them for now. That should give the knights the chance to subdue them without harm. A specialized team will deal with them later.
これで大体
Alright,
説明で
that's
きた
the
かな。
long and short of the situation. It's time to
そろそろ起
activate
動
that
しよう
thing
か。
now.
了解。あ、
Ah.
僕の正体はくれぐれもばらさないようにね。
Yes, so there are little secrets others people should know. My identity, for one example. Keep it to yourself, okay?
よし。風
Alright,
は
this
これ
should
で大
do
丈
it.
夫そうだ。
あれは雰囲気、しかもあんなにたくさん。
みんな、城内の雰囲気は準
Should
備
not
できたよ。
be winterings across the whole city. Everyone, can you hear me? Loud and clear. All units, what's your status? All good. We have enough manpower to provide support. Requested assistance at the side gate. Headed over now.
すごいぞ。風の力で会話できる
Wow, it's long distance with communication. How's that even possible? It's all thanks to Lord Barbados. With this blessing, we will succeed in defending our city.
雰囲気の方を向かずに小声で喋れば、
Actually,
会話を聞かれな
if
い
you
ように
face
も
away
できるよ
from the current and whisper like this, no one can hear you.
だから急にしゃがみ込んでコソコソしだしたんだ
No
な。
wonder you're crouching down there. Like you have something to hide.
その言い
You
方
didn't
ひ
have
どく
to
ない？
broadcast that. Huh? That voice. Betty, is that you?
おい、バレちゃったぞ。
Oops.
ごめんよ。たまたまここ
You
を通り
know,
かかったら、
just a
魔
wandering
物に襲わ
barn
れちゃった
calling
ん
for
だ。
help. Thank goodness Robert, Paimon, and Albedo got me out of the lockups.
ああ、そ
無事で何よりだよ。じゃあ、
Right. Now that you're okay, we should check on the status of the others.
うん、本当に助かったよ。
Thanks.
空
Thanks,
人のご
Fred.
加護があら
May
んこ
the
と。
animal icon protect you.
ここは僕に任せて。
Nothing's covered here.
I don't
like being in the middle like this, especially on a bridge. Oh, look who it is.
Oh,
that was a close one. I suppose thanks are in order, Master D-Loop. I appreciate the help.
礼はいらない。君がいようがいまいが、
Interfere to save
僕の
you.
行動は
It's
変わ
for
ら
my
なか
own
った。
convenience.
むしろ、
You were in my way.
なら俺は別のところに
Oh,
行くか。
well, let me get out
こ
of
こにい
your
ても元素
hair
反応
then.
で水
I
蒸気を
suppose
出
we
すこと
could
くら
work
いしかできないし
together,
な。
but it
あ
would
まり
just
役
not.
に立て
You
な
would
そ
just
うだ。
melt my eyes anyway.
そうか。
Suit yourself.
冗談だ。ところで
Alright,
お
tell
前はいつ
me,
から
when
気
did
づ
you
いてたん
notice
だ？
something was off?
最初の裁判の時だ。
The first trial.
となると、
Ah,
ヘルターの偽
because
物
of
に
the
違和
fake
感を
Hertha?
覚え
ヘルターよりも
No,
君の
because
方
of
に違和
you.
感があった。
俺に？
Me?
弁護
What
人
did
と
I
しての
do?
責務
My
を果たし
defense
ていな
wasn't
かったとで
passionate
も？
enough?
そうじゃない。ただ、
No, you weren't
緊
nervous
張感
enough.
がなさすぎた。
だったらディルックは
Tell me
俺
then,
がい
Master
つ緊張
Deluge,
すると
when
思
do you
う？
think I actually get nervous?
自分で考えろ。
I suppose
ま
we'll
た敵
see,
が来るぞ。
won't we? Monsters are coming.
考えるのは面倒だ。
One second
やめ
thought.
ておこう。
Best not to think about it.
火炎よ、燃やし尽くせ。
この瞬間、お前は永遠を手にする。こいつはどうだ？
裁きを受けよ。
Seriously?
火炎よ、燃やし尽くせ。
Go over there, Deluge, Kaya!
ここに来る余裕があるってこと
He had
は、
time to
他のエ
make it
リア
out
はそ
here.
れ
I'm
ほど
guessing
緊
the
迫して
other
ないってことか。
areas are secure.
お前たちを心配して駆けつけたって可
What?
能性も
We can't be here because we care. Maybe this was just the closest spot to the city gate.
主要ルートを抑えれば戦闘の主導権を握ったも同然
Maintaining
だ。
control over the
君たち
main
の判断
road
は
it
正しい。
means maintaining control over the battle as a whole. You made the right choice. So, what's the status over here?
ああ、心配無用だ。
All under control. Don't worry. My trusty civilian volunteer and I have this area covered.
騎兵隊の元隊長と現隊長
I
という
think
べ
you
き
mean
じゃ
the
ないか。
man who held the title of cavalry captain before you?
よしてくれ。
You don't have to bring that up.
じゃあ、ここは頼んだよ。
Well, keep up the good
僕たち
work.
は
We'll
他
go
のエ
check
リアを
on
確
the
認してくる。
status of the other locations.
ああ、健闘を祈る。
そうだ。裁判ではありがとう。途中から僕の無実を信じてくれていたよね。
Oh, and I wanted to thank you for what you said in court. If I'm not mistaken, you were on my side by the end.
最初の裁判の時点でもう違和感
Believe
を
me,
覚えてたらしいぜ。
he's had his suspicions since the first trial.
どちらかといえば、
I
かつて
suppose
僕
it
を
just
助け
didn't
てくれ
feel
た
right
人
to
が
believe
一夜で
that
冷
someone
血
who
な
helped
殺人
me
犯
in
にな
the
るわけが
past
ない
could
と思ったん
be a
だ。
cold-blooded killer.
その言葉
Oh,
を聞いて
that's so sweet.
僕を信じてくれたこと。
Thank you for trusting me and
騎兵
for
隊隊
choosing
長
to
へ
fight
への協力に
alongside us. As for
心か
your,
ら感謝する。
as for you, Kaya, good
ダイ
work
ヤ
as
もお疲れ
always.
様。
We'll see you soon.
くれぐれも気をつけてくれよ。
Of course, stay safe. At least they're improving on the camera angles.
Barbara, 行くよ。
If only your cooldown wasn't so long.
みんなを守るからね。はい、これで大丈夫だよ。
ありがとうございます、バーバラさん。外は危険ですので、牧師の皆様は大聖堂から出ないよ
Things
う
are
お
still
願いします。
quite chaotic outside, especially if we all remain inside the cathedral for a while.
あなたもだよ。その
You're
体
not
で
rushing
前線
back
に
out
戻
to
る
the
のは
front
無理だ
lines,
から
are
ね。
you? You're still injured.
ねえ、ご安心ください。
Don't worry, Miss Barbara. I'll
後方
try
支援
not
に
to
戻る
put
だけですか
myself
ら。
in harm's way.
無茶
I
はし
can
ま
help
せんよ。
with logistics from the back.
それなら
Well,
私
maybe
た
we
ち
could
も
give you a
何かお
hand.
手伝いできると思う。
バーバラの言う通り、
As you said,
今は
the
怪我人が一
situation
人で
outside
行動
is
するの
chaotic.
は
Injured
危険
parties
すぎるわ。
should not be left unattended.
そこにも前線に
There
戻
are
ろうと
others
してる
here
騎士
who
が
need
何
to
人か
get
いる
back to
し、
the front line,
私
so
が
I'll
護送
escort
して
you
あ
all
げる。
myself.
それは助かる。
Of course.
ありが
Thank
と
you,
うご
Miss
ざいます。
これも
Rosario.
仕事のうちよ。気にし
Doing
ない
my
で。
job. I'll leave the cathedral to you then, Barbara.
ここは任せた。
安心して行ってき
Count on
て。
me.
なんでこんな状況になったかは
I
よ
don't
く
really
わ
know
から
how
ない
all
けど、
this started, but I
お
do
姉
know
ちゃん
that
たちはずっ
she
と
and
前
the
から
others
今日に向
have
けて準備してきたんだし、
been preparing for
多分
this for
大丈夫だよ
a
ね。
really long time, so I think everything will be alright.
絶対に
No,
大
it
丈
has to be.
バーバラ、今忙しい
Did I catch you at a bad time, Barbara?
夫。お姉ちゃん、大丈
No,
夫
not
だ
at
よ。
all. Did you need something?
伝えておきたいことがあるんだ。
I just wanted to tell you that over the next few days, a lot of things are going to happen in
戦いもあるだろう。
Mondstadt. Attacks and fighting, so I need you to take care of yourself.
どうしてわかるの？
How do you know?
アルベドの予測だ。
Albeda wanted us in advance. It has something to do with Dragon Spine, and he's our authority on that region, so we shouldn't take him at his
ド
word.
ラゴンスパイン。
Dragon Spine, huh?
モンド城が危
So
なく
the
な
city is going to be in danger?
保証はできないが。
Yes, but the Knights of Favorius will do whatever we can to protect the people.
じゃあ、
But
お
then,
姉ちゃんのことは
who will protect you?
安心してくれ。
Don't worry,
自
I'll
分
look
の
out
こ
for
とは自
myself.
分で
I
守ると約
promise.
束しよう。
みんな無事でありますように。
バーバラ、ちょっと手を貸してくれる？
Sister Barbara, could you lend me a hand?
今行くよ。
Oh, God, my nose. Dark allergies.
来た来た。迎撃用
They're here! Prepare for battle!
各小隊は注意してください。敵
On
は
guard,
11時
everyone!
方向から急速
Incoming
に接近
monsters
中。
at all 8 at 11 o'clock. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna say something funny. So, as I tend to write fanfiction. It's kind of funny that when I started writing my own Genshin story, I had a similar situation like this happening in my story. But it was during the Falling arc. So now seeing this actually happening and that there's monsters invading Mondstadt, it's kind of weird to see that what I've written is being used.
数はヒルチャールが25体、エルフのヒルチャール
Looks like we got 25
あと
Hilitrons,
スライムが数種
2
類。
Blazing Axe Minitrons, and a bunch of different slimes.
各元素の応戦準備を。
Prepare elemental countermeasures.
了解。アンバ
Roger
ー、
that. Oh.
本当にステッ
去ってください。せっか
お ウサギ伯爵出撃。
精密射撃。突破口を開きましょう。
ピュンピュンといくよ
反則攻撃。皆さん元気を出し
頼んだわよ。はっえっともう逃げ道はないよ。はっぴゅっとピャッ。
That was a little annoying.
正体位置につきました。
ヘルターの声を聞くと
Jeez, your voice scared me just now.
まだ偽物騒ぎから頭を切り替え
But
られて
still
いない
caught up on the imposter incident. I thought you knew about the plan. Well, after you up and disappeared one day, all Master Gene told me was that you'd be gone for a while on an important mission, and that it'd be better if people thought you were dead.
でもその2日後に君は戻ってきた。見た目はまるっきり同じだし。
And then, what do you know? Someone who looks exactly like you appears out of nowhere. Out of nowhere 2 days later. If Master Gene hadn't told me about your mission, I would have fallen for it hook, line, and sinker.
恐ろしいですね。
Yeah, that's quite a scary thought.
だよね。身近な人が実は魔物
I
の
get
化けた
chills
偽
just
物
thinking
だったな
about
ん
it.
て。
Monster replacing someone close to you, and you are not the wiser.
今回の件が片付いたら
Don't worry, once this is over, these monsters won't be a threat to us again. Beidou, are you okay? The trial wasn't too hard on you, was it? I'm sorry I couldn't be there. I was so worried.
私も最初聞いた
Since same here, I thought it was all real at one point. I was his complete shock.
アンバーが知らなかったのなら、エウルアは最後まで秘密を守り抜いたんだね。二人ともありがとう。僕は大丈夫だよ。
So you didn't know, Amber? Then it seems you did an excellent job at keeping the situation on the wraps, and no need to worry. You two, I'm no worse for wear. That sounds like you, alright. She's like in a penetrable wall. That one, you're not getting a secret out of her. Yeah, for sure. She's someone you can really count on. Wait, so how did you decide Hertha should disappear again? After all this fighting, I can't seem to get it straight. It was Kaya's suggestion. He said the plan would work best with someone who's well-known and reputable without being too high profile. Actually, Miss Hertha was the perfect choice. We needed to leave a hole in our organization so she came up with the idea that she would disappear.
そういえば、騎士団の隊員が事故に遭ったという噂を耳にしたことがあります。
So that explains the rumor that someone had fallen during a mission. Of course, didn't take long for that to get resolved. No, because the imposter fell right into our trap. It was all part of the plan. First, we spread the rumor that Hertha was missing in action after some kind of incident.
騎兵隊隊長ガイアとヘルターさん直属の部下だ。
The news came from Kaya and Urtha's direct subordinates, which was important because we needed it to be credible. The imposter saw the gap in our ranks and couldn't help but take the bait. It didn't take long for the fake Urtha to appear on the knight's partial patrol route, claiming that she survived her mission.
それっていつの話なんだ？
半年以上前ですね。
Over 6 months ago.
そんなに前から準備してたの
Wow,
か。
so this has been a long time in the making.
今回の敵の手口は予想よりも
Yes,
ずっと
and our
慎重
enemy
に思えた
was
からね。
more meticulous than we
奴
expected.
らはヘルター
Monsters
さんの
have
痕跡
been
を消すために
searching
ずっと彼女の死体を探して
for
いた。
Hertha's body in order to protect
その
the
思考力は
imposter's identity,
2号よりも緻密だと言える。
which is a more advanced way of thinking than subject 2.
偽物のヘルターさんが
So
僕
we
た
had
ちの
to
信頼
wait
を得た
long
と確信するまでの時間が必要だった。
enough to convince the fake Hertha that she had our
そ
trust.
れに僕を陥れるための
Furthermore, we needed
証
to
拠
give
を
her
集めさ
time
せ
to
る時間を
gather
ね。
evidence against me and
自
convince
分に勝算があると
herself
信じ
she
込んだ
had
時
enough to strike.
でも、リュリンはどうやって騎士
How
団
did
の
the
内部
Knight's
情報を知ったんだ？
internal information even reach during his monsters?
騎士団の中にスパイがいるからです。
There's an informant among our ranks.
心配しなくていい。バルバトス
Don't
様
worry.
がすでに犯人を
Barbatos
特
already
定している。
tracked her down. She
友
doesn't
人の
have
加護を得られ
his
ない世界に
blessing, so
僕たちの
she
話
can't
は聞こえない。
hear what we are talking about.
そっか。でも本当にハラハラしたぞ。最初の裁判でアルベドに有利な証拠は全然出てこないし、
This would have been
偽
better
物
in
のヘルターばっ
English.
か喋ってたろ。
それも想定内だよ。
It was to be expected. I couldn't just reveal the truth. It had to be at the right
すぐに
moment,
打ち明けていたら、
or it would have given the imposter even more fuel to use against me.
それでもし雪山の生物の擬態の話になれば、
She would have been demanded to know how I knew about Dragon Spine and the monsters
僕
in
の正体が露呈して
disguise, and if my true identity got out, the public's trust in me would be gone.
つまり反論すれば
Again,
僕の
sorry
正体がバレて
about me sounding
反論し
stuffy.
なけれ
My
ば
allergies.
殺人の罪を背負うことになる。
It
これ
was
こ
a
そが
trap, you see.
敵の思惑だったの
Argue
さ。
back and expose my origins, or keep my mouth shut and be open as a murderer. Credit where credit is due. It was well thought.
なるほどな。突破口を見つけられて本当に良かったぜ。
Yeah, thank goodness we were able to back her into a
あり
corner.
がとう。それからもう一
Indeed,
つ、
I have you to thank
君
for
は
that,
気づいてない
Robert.
かもしれない
You
けど、
probably don't know that, but
実は
you've
最初か
been
ら
a
君
part of
の
the plan
作戦
since
の
the
一員だっ
beginning.
たんだ。
Me, but I didn't even know this was a plan.
その点については、どうか謝らせてほ
For
しい。
that, you have my sincere
事前に
apologies. I
作
know I
戦を
kept you
共有できず
in
に
the
申
dark,
し訳なか
but
った。
I had a
こう
reason.
言うと戸惑うかもしれないけど、
This might not sound
あえて
intuitive,
君
but
たち
I
に黙って
did
い
it to
たのは、
make the plan even
作戦
stronger.
を作戦を立てた当初から、
From the
僕の執
beginning, I
務室
knew
に
I
ある
had
資
to
料を調べ
leave
てくれ
the
る人が
letters in
必要
my
だと考え
office
てい
for
た。
a fair
それ
and
も公平か
independent
つ客観的な
reader
立場
to
にいて、
discover
真相を
someone
追
willing
求
to
しようとす
seek
る
the
意
truth.
志のある人にね。
Naturally, I thought of you.
頭に浮かんだのは、君ならウィンドブルーム祭の期間中に
I
モ
knew
ン
you
ドに
would
帰ってくるだろ
you would return
そして
for
う。
Winslow.
裁判のこと
I
を
knew
知
you
った
would
ら、
agree to attend the
君に
trial.
さらに栄誉騎士としての正義感と
You
責任
you
感から
have like a
独自の調査
lot
に
of
踏み
trust
込
on
む
the
に違いない。
traveler to think he would come back to attend the trial. Oh God, my nose.
偽物のヘルターさん、
because subject 2 has met you on Dragonspine before. She thought even you had lost faith in me. Her confidence might get the best of her. The perfect time for us to strike. Albedo's right. And this is why I don't read, my voice is drowning out. Albedo, take offense at our decision to keep that from you. Please, don't be too hard on Albedo. He was just doing his best to look out for Mondstadt. Enough people were involved in the plan as it was. He had no other choice. Honorary Knight and Paimon will always be friends of Mondstadt. You will never forget that. That means a lot. It's us who should be thanking you, Honorary Knight. Thanks for the help. That was over a lot faster than I expected. You have places to be, so don't let me keep you. Rest assured, I'll keep the people around here safe. Be careful out there. I know victory will be ours. There's a lot of locations to go to. This is literally like an all-out war. These star things are more annoying than disgusting booze hounds. Albedo Rabbit, if you run into anyone who needs a safe place to wait this out, feel free to send them to the Cat's Tail. I'll be here to watch over things, so the tower will be safe. Thank you, Deoda. We'll be sure to do just that. Okay, so she's gonna be our healer. I'm really glad I chose Pyro Traveler for this.
ちょっとビリビリさせないとね。はっ
灼熱閃光明けの明星。でや。
Yeah, it's an all-out war.
ウィンドブルーム祭中にこんなにビリビリしたのは久し
Yeah,
ぶりだな。
basically. It's been a while since I unleashed my lightning during Wind Bloom.
師匠、
It
昔は
happened.
よくやって
It
た。
happened a lot. Wait, it happened a lot before. Oh, Razor was here.
ビリビリを
Did it? I didn't
そ
notice.
んなわけないでしょ。まあ
Unleashing lightning on people? No, no. Once in a while, maybe. It sure feels good to let loose, though.
そういえばこの間先生の手紙でも
My
同
old
じことを
professor
聞かれた
even
わ。
wrote to me about that a few days ago. Of course, I made sure to emphasize that I always treat others with kindness.
生徒が先生のやり方を真似
It's
るのは
only
よくある
natural
こと
for
で
a
しょ。
student to
あの人は
inherit
その
their
派の
teacher's
心優しい
ways.
教授だから。
After all, and mine was a gentle old man from the Spetane school. I have no idea. Spetan. I have no idea how to pronounce that.
今回だって優しくビリビリさせたのよ。
So you see, this time I will use the gentle methods of electrocution. So gentle, give even less. Wait, so gentle, even Jean would have no reason to intervene.
優しくビリビリ。
Gentle
そんなことで
electrocution.
きるのか。
リサ、元気そうでよ
You
かったよ。
seem to be in a good spirits, Miss Lisa.
だって
Well,
体
it's
を
good
動
to
かすのは
move,
健康に
move
いいで
about
しょ。
every once in a while. Damn, my nose.
私のせいだわ。
It's
ク
not
レ
my
イが少
fault.
し濃い
New
の
Clee
は
was
知っていたのに
fast, but
注意しきれ
disappearing
なかっ
like
た。
this? We lost sight of
あっという
her
間にどこかへ行っちゃうんだ
for
って。
one second. How am I going to explain this to Albedo?
アルベドがどうしたんだ？
Explain what? Eh?
アルベド、
Albedo, Robert Paimon, what brings you here?
みんなを支援するために回っているんだ。
We're providing mobile support across
遠
the
慮なく言っ
region.
てくれていい。
Was there something you needed to explain? You can tell me anything. I hope you know that.
なんならもう
Yeah,
聞いちゃっ
plus,
た
we
し
kind
な。
of already heard what you said, so... So, just tell us. There's nothing to be afraid of.
クレイがいなくなってしまったの。
Please,
本
she
当にごめんなさ
she
い。
disappeared
すぐ探して
right
くるわ。
under my nose. I'm sorry. I'm doing all I can to find her.
それなら大
You
丈夫
only
だよ。
had one job.
I see. Please, don't beat yourself up. Please.
何かこっちに向かってきてるぞ。
Wait, something's coming this way and it doesn't look pretty.
みんな、戦闘準備だ。
Alright, fighting first, conversation later.
ずっと一緒にいたのに急に走って
Of course it's a room guard. Why wouldn't it be a room guard?
クレイは足が速いからね。でも、あの子も騎士の一人だ。あまり心配はいらないよ。
みんなここにいたんだ。クレイも手伝うよ。
ほら、足が速いって言っただろ。
そうみたいね。爆弾ってすごいわ。
クレイが手伝うよ。
Is he with us? Oh, that explains it. Has there been any more in the chat? No, yeah.
クレイ、よくやったね。
Great work, Lee. I'll be counting on you to protect Viola next time, too.
アルベド、
Albedo, you can't be serious. No problem. Just leave it to Clee.
アルベドお兄ちゃんはパトロール中？
Are you going on patrol, Mr. Albedo? Clee heard you went camping for a few days.
のもついてきちゃったの
And
かな？
these monsters followed you back home.
キャンプ。
Camping?
なるほど。
Ah, right. The truth isn't suitable for little ears.
だから今から
That's right, so I need to report back to Master G to settle my expenses. If you have some time, I'm sure Eula would be grateful if you escorted her back to the headquarters as well. Of course, I place myself in your capable hands, Spark Knight. That's her knight's title? Fits. I mean, she loves blowing things up. It would be an honor. Clea will do her best. Am I climbing a building? Alright. I'll be right back. I gotta eat.